welcome to the AP Travel Podcast. So I was just playing around on Substack and I created a podcast. So this is a complete test. Um, Thanks for tuning in. If you are watching this, my name is Alexis. I am the owner of AP Travel Services. So we are a travel agency that specifically focuses on luxury travel to the Caribbean, Costa Rica, Mexico, and the Maldives. We specialize in destination weddings, retreats, vacations, and sailings. And I say sailings because every sailing is not a cruise. So we do large cruise ships, yacht sailings. There's some sailings that are sailboats, not small sailboats, but huge sailboats. So that's why I say sailings instead of cruises. So yeah, welcome to my test experiment. We're gonna see how far this goes. So yeah, a little bit more about AP travel. So I started in the travel industry in 2017. And I started off like most travel advisors, just kind of doing anything and everything, whatever request came my way. And then I kind of niched down a little bit to focus in on the Caribbean, hone in on the Caribbean a little bit more. And I was doing that for a while. But I was kind of still just kind of unfulfilled with just taking any kind of request and going with kind of any quality resort. So in 2023, I rebranded my entire business and I really honed in to focus on luxury, but specifically in the Caribbean, Mexico, Costa Rica, in the Maldives. Um, the Maldives is kind of separate because they're already seen as a luxury destination. But the Caribbean, Costa Rica, and Mexico, they typically aren't included in those luxury conversations um, because one, they're so close, the all inclusive resort aspect of it. And there's just this perception that, especially the Caribbean and Mexico, is just all inclusive resorts and beaches and parties and things like that. And so I really want to highlight these destinations beyond that. I took a very intense certification on the Caribbean, over 27 islands, and some of them have their own private islands. The history, the culture, the food, who's the island for, what to do, where to stay. And it really deepened my passion for these destinations and opened my eyes, even more than they were open to just everything that each island encompasses. And, sometimes people will think that, you've been to like two or three Caribbean islands, you've been to them all. And that's definitely not true. They're definitely unique. And I love when kind of people tell me that because I took this course, I can kind of ring off just random facts about the Caribbean. So for example, Antigua has 366 beaches, one beach for every day of the year, including leap year. Curacao, that's the only place you can go on the Queen Emma swinging bridge. St. Lucia, that's the only destination you can climb and view the pitons. So there's so many unique aspects about each Caribbean island. And that's what I want to dig into. I want to expand people's horizon past the normal Caribbean that they're used to, the normal accommodations, the normal activities, and really highlight the luxury experiences that you can have in these destinations. So that's what I do every day, all day, training, traveling, booking travel for clients, researching, connecting with travel partners that kind of share my vision and what luxury means. Um, so yeah, that is AP Travel Services. I'm really big on education. I'm always doing training. I have about training events this month to attend in person. I was on two training events this week already. So I'm really big on training. I'm really big on connecting with my travel partners. They hold us down because they have their foots on the ground, their boots on the ground. And so I love what I do. I love the destinations that I represent. I love showing them in a different light and changing people's perspectives and perception about destinations. So I've been enlightened, so I want to enlighten my fellow travelers as well, especially those that want, premium, higher end experiences, whether it's private transportation, a helicopter transfer, unique um, accommodations, butler service, VIP service, access to special lounges and or VIP pass tracked in different airports. Just little touches that elevate the experience. Travelers that love um, elevated, unique food, cuisine, and just dining experiences. Not just you're going out to dinner, but an entire experience um, that prioritize service, that you want to be pampered, you want that service. Um, those are a couple pillars of our definition of luxury. Speaking of, let's get into the pillars. So when I rebranded, it was very important for me to define what luxury is to AP Travel because um, there's different definitions of everyone has their own perception of what luxury means to them. I kind of always say, a kind of any all inclusive resort would be a luxury to someone who has never ever been out the country and never stayed at an all inclusive resort. So just the mere fact of it being all inclusive is a luxury to some people. So it's really important to define and have pillars of what we define and what we look for luxury. So I named a couple. One is dining experiences, elevated dining experiences, service from front to end, transportation service, planning, our planning services. We're always striving to improve those. Um, Service at the hotel, service at in destination experiences. Most people refer to these as excursions. We call it in destination experiences. Um, a lot of our clients prefer exclusivity. They want something that not everyone or not the masses can have access to. Some of our luxury discerning clients, they want um, privacy. Some of them, they kind of want to be, they don't want to be with the crowds. They want to be left alone. They want relaxation. They may have, very demanding careers and lifestyle. And so they just kind of want to be in a secluded, unplugged environment. Um, so I named five, right? Five. um, and then six is freedom to choose. Um, a lot, not a lot, but part of having luxury is a freedom to choose. Not being restricted to stringent itineraries, and you have to be here, you have to be there. But a freedom to choose, a freedom to explore. A lot of our clients like to explore on their own. We might plan a couple of things, and then we leave room for them to explore and discover. And that's the beauty, I think, of travel. I really loved when I went to Curacao for the first time, and cross my fingers, I'll be back there this December. Um, I had a couple of things planned, but the island was so intimate and small. Um, I just had the freedom to explore. I found, a little cafe for breakfast. I saw the art on the streets, just from walking town and exploring. And I love that. And I want others to experience that too. I love all inclusive resorts, but I really, really love exploring and just discovering things, having these little moments and surprises on vacation. So those are our pillars. If you go to our website, we also have, because we like to customize things to our travelers. Um, Even though, it's luxury in the Caribbean, but we also break that down even more for our clients' interests. So if you go to our website, and I will put it in the description, you can choose to receive content based on your travel style. So there are some luxury or discerning clients that they are culinary connoisseurs. Like food is the biggest thing. I mean, of course, we all love food, but food to them is the biggest thing. They want the experience. They want unique things. They want fusions. They want twists. They maybe want Michelin star um, dining. So you can click that you're a culinary connoisseur. There are clients that they love cruises. Cruises is their main thing. They may do a land vacation, but we call them ocean explorer. You can choose to be an ocean explorer and you will get content and tips and just information on being an ocean explorer. So if you want specific content sent to you, you can, like, visit our website. We break that down even more because we love personalization and customization. So yeah, welcome to my experiment. We'll see how this goes. If you're watching, thanks for watching, and I hope you tune in to my next episode. I think that episode I am going to be highlighting a cruise that we are doing for this fall, which I'm excited about. Um, those details will be dropping this week on my social media. So if you want those before the podcast, the next episode drops, I will also link my social media so that you can go and get those details. Especially if you are a first time cruiser, we'd love to have you on board. So yeah, thank you, and strap in, and yeah, we'll get this thing going. If you love the Caribbean, you love luxury, hit the subscribe button. I'm not sure where it is yet because, again, this is an experiment. I got an email that this was available on Substack, and I said, hey, let's try it. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time. Oh, here we go. I didn't even know how to end it because, like I said, this is experiment.